Ever feel like you're standing in the grocery aisle wondering, am I supposed to be Team Keto or Team Carnivore? In this video, I'll give you a simple way to decide without losing your mind or your metabolism. By the end of this video, you'll know which approach makes more sense for your body right now and what to watch over the next 30 to 90 days to know if it's actually working. And if you're new here, hi, I'm Dr. Tony Hampton, a board-certified family and obesity medicine doctor with a master's in nutrition and functional medicine. And I help people fix the root causes of disease, not just chase numbers. Here's why this matters. Every week in clinic, somebody asks, Doc, should I go carnivore like you or just do regular keto? In clinic, I almost never start by pitching carnivore. I usually talk about low carb or keto first, but there are real differences. This video isn't to push you into either camp. It's to help you understand why you'd consider one or even both at different times. Before we go further, type in the comments. Are you more keto curious, carnivore curious, or just confused? And stay with me because later in this video, I'll share the surprising group of people I don't push towards carnivore, even though I personally eat that way most of the time. Here's the big idea in one sentence. Both keto and carnivore are tools to lower insulin, calm inflammation, and switch your body from sugar burning to fat burning. But the right tool depends on your history, your lifestyle, and your gut. Let's break down what's happening in the body in plain English. On the standard American diet, cereal, sandwiches, snacks, sugary drinks, you're asking your body to live on glucose all day. Insulin stays high, like a light switch that never turns off. High insulin locks fat in storage, drives hunger, and over time leads to weight gain, fatty liver, diabetes, and that 3 p.m. crash you think is just getting older. But keto and carnivore say, let's turn that switch down. Keto does it by lowering carbs, usually under about 20 to 50 grams a day, while still allowing some plants like leafy greens, avocado, and a few berries. Carnivore does it by almost completely removing carbs and focusing on animal foods. Beef, lamb, fish, eggs, butter, maybe some cheese if you tolerate dairy. Different paths, same basic goal. Lower insulin, burn fat, calm inflammation. Now, let's bust a big myth. A lot of people think carnivore and keto are basically the same. It doesn't matter which one I choose. Keto still gives you room for plant foods, sweeteners, nuts, and low-carb treats. That can be a blessing or a trap. If you turn keto into keto cookies and keto ice cream, your insulin may still be up and down all day, and your cravings never fully quiet. On the flip side, people think carnivore is automatically dangerous or extreme. For many patients with IBS like me, skin issues, or joint pain, a short carnivore reset is exactly the cleanest environment we've ever had. Fewer variables, simpler digestion, and usually less grazing because protein and fat are so satisfying. So here's my practical prescription. How I think about this in clinic. If you're new to low carb, anxious about changing everything, or you enjoy some vegetables and want more flexibility with family and social events, start with a real food keto pattern. That looks like first meal, eggs cooked in butter, avocado, maybe a little bacon or sausage without added sugar. Later meals, a protein like chicken, salmon, or steak, plus a non-starchy veggie like broccoli, asparagus, or cauliflower with olive oil or butter. If you need a snack, grab real food, eggs, nuts, cheese, leftover meat, not a keto dessert. What to stop? Sugary drinks, juice, bread, rice, pasta, cereal, crackers, most baked goods, and most low-fat products. If it has a cartoon on the box, it probably doesn't belong in your keto starter kit. When would I lean more towards carnivore? If you have severe sugar addiction, binge eating with carbs, autoimmune flares, major gut issues like IBS and bloating, mental health challenges, or you're simply overwhelmed by too many choices. Carnivore can be a therapeutic phase. Here's a carnivore starter plan. Pick 2 to 3 animal proteins you enjoy, like beef, eggs, salmon, and eat them until you're comfortably full 2 to 3 times per day. Use simple fats like butter, tallow, lard, or ghee. Drink water, maybe with electrolytes and a pinch of salt. No plants, no sweeteners, no keto treats for at least 30 days, so your taste buds, gut, and brain can reset. What should you measure? The scale is just one data point. I care more about waist size, energy, cravings, sleep, joint pain, and for my patients with diabetes, fasting and post-meal blood sugars. If after 30 to 90 days, these markers are moving in the right direction, the tool you picked is probably serving you. Before we continue, if this breakdown is helping you breathe a little easier about your choice, tap that like button so YouTube knows to share it with more people who are overwhelmed. And if you're new here and you like root cause conversations like this, hit subscribe and join our community. Let's hit a couple of common objections and pitfalls. But what about fiber? Won't carnivore wreck my gut? This one is personal for me. For many people with irritated guts, removing the roughish for a season actually calms things down. The colon can still function with less fiber. If you're more constipated or in pain over time, that's a clue to adjust, not a verdict that carnivore broke you. What about coffee and dairy? On keto, many people do fine with coffee and moderate dairy. On carnivore, especially if you're using it as a healing protocol, I often suggest limiting or pausing dairy and sweeteners at first because they can keep cravings alive. If your coffee is really a dessert in a mug, start there. Here's a lesser known insight that matters when choosing between keto and carnivore: leptin and satiety signaling. Some people on keto snack all day, and leptin, I'm full, stop eating hormone, never gets a clean signal. On carnivore, when you sit down and eat a big fatty steak and then stop, you often get a very clear I'm done message from your brain. So, who do I not push towards carnivore, even though I personally lean that way? If you're already underweight, terrified of food, or you generally enjoy a variety of whole food plants and you're doing well metabolically, I'm more likely to start or keep you on a real food, low carb, or keto pattern. The goal is not to win a who's more hardcore contest. The goal is a sustainable lifestyle that reverses disease and lets you enjoy your life. Let's recap this in 20 seconds. 1. Both keto and carnivore work by lowering insulin, calming inflammation, and teaching your body to burn fat instead of sugar. 2. Choose keto if you want flexibility and variety. Choose a season of carnivore if you need simplicity, intense healing, and help breaking food addiction. 3. Measure progress on how you feel, how you function, and what your labs and waistlines show over 30 to 90 days, not just by the scale this Friday. And as we wrap up this video, I just want to say, I'm always humbled that you've come to my channel. But I'm also so grateful that you're taking time to learn how to achieve metabolic health. Thank you. And if this helped you sort through the confusion, your next step is easy. Click to subscribe so you don't miss future videos. And then click on the video that I've linked on the end screen. And I'd love to hear from you before you go. Drop a comment and tell me, are you leaning more towards starting with keto, trying a short carnivore reset, or are you already doing one of these and ready to fine-tune it? Your story might be the one that encourages someone else to finally take that first step. I'll see you in the next video.